Before I begin, kindly fasten your seatbelts of your emotional quotient, and in case of any sentimental discomfort, feel free to have a look towards the exit door behind your back, but unfortunately, that is absolutely not up for grabs today. So finally, greetings Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Armaan. I am pretty much a senior member of this club, and I really feel great to welcome all the new recruits here. But for your knowledge, to those who might not know me or might be still in denial of my existence in this club, I am very much a senior member, as I mentioned. And today, I am here to unveil the Infinity Gospels. Firstly, a shout out to all the Marvel fans sitting out here, because I hope you might be aware of what the Infinity Stones are. So, just like the Infinity Stones, which are gems, objects of gems, having immense power, the Gospels that I'm going to be talking about are powerful revelations. So talking about my first Gospel, I need you to take into consideration a meek 15-year-old boy, the typical nerd, geek, the topper material of his class, who people don't usually sit with unless and until it's the examination time. But you see, I can't go about embarrassing myself any further, because the person I'm talking about, it's me. No brainer. But do you feel that I ever felt bothered about it much? Of course I did. I would be lying if I say no. But did I feel the yearn to make friends or find the right company always? Absolutely not. It was because I was fortunate enough to have find the right people around me in the typical 10th standard Shimla trip kind of a way although. But what makes them different? Why do I feel that special ones? And that is where the crux behind my first gospel lies. If a person sees you for who you truly are and accepts you, that is where you recognize that he or she is the special one. Well, was the dilemma altogether, but I did find the right people for me. Now, what if I feel too comfortable with this group? There might be a chance. So, I'll narrate another experience for this. You see, in my initial years of college, I had a very close-knit circle of friends from my school, without whom I think my college life would have been very impossible, all thanks to them. So, what really happened here was that I made myself too comfortable at home during the lockdown period. As it is, I find hard to find people having similar interests in mine. Because you see, I'm not the typical person who's passionate about sports. I'm not into gaming. You see, I think the first time I heard about CSGO was in college, was to the very members of this club. And I'm not even the passionate fitness kind of guy either, who's obsessed about his workout routines. Because you see, although that is something I have been trying to pay attention to and working towards recently given my very enticing physique, but never mind. So, you see, I made myself very comfortable at home during lockdown, did all kinds of wrong things in the wrong manner, binge eating, binge watching, binge sleeping, you name it, I've done it. But you know where the problems arise? It was when I actually arrived in college. Because A, I was feeling immense homesickness, and 2, there was this sudden realization of the fact that I had missed out a lot in college and didn't really get to have the right experiences or the right connections in networking. And that is where I came face to face with the second gospel. And that is the need and the significance to step out of your comfort zone. I can't change my past experiences, right? But do I regret? Do I have regrets? Obviously. But do I, maybe if I had planned things better in my past, could I have changed things for better and wanted the way I wanted them to be in the first place? Maybe. Maybe not. So here comes another experience. So during my first year, I was involved in a 5-day cogitation workshop organized by our club. And it so happened that on the final day, all the participants had to compete against each other, and I emerged victorious. And it's a very interesting experience in my college life, because there used to be all kinds of people around me who used to come and ask me, hey, are you the guy from the Toastmasters workshop who spoke about war and won the cogitation? And to be honest, I had 2 different kinds of reaction. The first being on face-to-face. Oh yeah, I am that guy. Any problems you got? The second being, what truly is running behind my mind. Oh yeah, I am the good guy. You are absolutely right. Do you know something more about me? Do you like my speeches? I'm really flattered by your reaction. But I was very passionate about joining this club because of all that happened. And guess what? I gave a very horrible interview. I failed my first attempt, got rejected from this club. So this is where I was made aware of the third and final revelation, is that things may never go according to your plan. But you should have the resilience and be ready to face all kinds of hardships that come in between. So, now that I have unveiled all sorts of revelations and gospels, you might be wondering, what's the difference between this and the typical Taylor Swift saga? It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Not a Swiftie here. But she is absolutely right. We are our worst enemies. But trust me guys, I never took myself to be the kind of person who would stand here or offer advice to my juniors. Because I myself function like a 15-year-old in the body of a 21-year-old male, as I'm often made fun of by my friends. Lacking acumen, that too. So, but if any of you here feels resonated to or connected with any of the things that I've shared today, I feel that my purpose of the speech has been achieved. And just know that I feel you and that everything is just normal. At the end, I'd just like to say that everything around us, the world around us, is really very dreamy. But what you must not forget is that they're not the sun. You are. Until the time you have this fact kept in mind, you are a force to be reckoned with. Or perhaps that's what she said. Thank you so much.